We have a Rakdos Treasures deck. Rakdos Treasures Reanimator. Let's see if you have my favorite spicy tech for treasure decks. It does not look like it. It's Lantern Control. Ooh. Wait. Valgavoth Lantern Control? Oh. Wait. You might be a genius. I think I did that in a Dimir deck one time. I think I did this in a Dimir deck one time. This is fire. Okay, I don't know if I like Chainer. Can I get an idea of Chainer here? Because I think I have a bunch of ideas for this. But first and foremost, what's Chainer for? Is it just a discard outlet? I just wanted to build value out of the mill and from lock milling. So reanimator package. Yeah, I don't really consider Chainer a reanimator card though. Like the joke about Chainer is that it lets you smash someone with Valgavoth right away. And I would smash Valgavoth. But happy that you're on the Vengeful Pharaoh. A lot of people don't know about that. I can tell you're a me watcher because a lot of this list is fucking insanely good. Clip that. I watch you religiously. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because there's Goblin Engineer, there's Valgavoth, there's Vengeful Pharaoh. Dude, most people who play Lantern do not know about this heat. This shit's fire. So for the uninitiated, Vengeful Pharaoh, the joke is, in an Entomb deck, this is a kill spell. That's some legacy tech. But also, in a mill deck, it goes back to the top of your library, so you just tap your Lantern mill cards to re-mill it into your graveyard to reset it without ever having to draw it. That shit's fire. What do you mean you're going to smash Val? He's too innocent for you to smash. Well, I have like a corruption kind of thing, you know. So like turning a good guy like Valgavoth into like a, you know, upstanding citizen Valgavoth. Ooh, Strike It Rich. I don't know if can you paint a picture for me here? Why do we like Strike It Rich? Can Roan reduce the cost of colorless artifacts to 0 if you have Painter Servant? I imagine so. Upstanding Citizen Valgavoth, white green. Yeah, if you enchant it with the 1 blue card, you could do that. Turn 2 Commander. That's fair. I'm just really worried that we're going to live in a world where you go turn 2 Commander and then someone explodes your fucking thing. You know what I mean? And then it's also just, I guess you mill it over, you have flashback. Like, I don't know. I don't want you getting stranded without lock because he's one of your better ways to mill everything. Happy to see Grim Servant. Grim Servant's awesome because it double dips. It's a reanimate and tomb card, and then it also gets all of the fucking Codex Shredder shit, which is awesome. Wand of Denial. I see. Yeah, for the lock effect. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't cut the Wand of Denial. This is a good card. I agree. I like it. I think I don't like Fishing Gear. I think this is too expensive. 5 mana is like a lot. A lot. Whisper Silk's fine. I don't know. I don't like... no, Spear is fine. Spear is fine. I don't know if I really like Return the Favor. It seems a bit expensive to hold up a 3-mana redirect. Okay, so we freed up some slots. First thought, Ensnaring Bridge. And you just keep like 1-2 cards in hand for lock. And this is part of the Goblin Engineer package. Worst case, you just don't play it. And like you do play it and sack it to Goblin Engineer for something else. I don't know if I like... No, Dark Ritual makes some amount of sense. Yeah, I'm vibing with most of the rest of this, honestly. Okay, so... Like I said, big fan of Ensnaring Bridge for Lantern control. Kind of a staple for the archetype, in my opinion. You could run the red shuffle land. Mad Blind Mountain. This land enters tapped. Shuffle your library. Activate only if you control 2 or more red permanents. That's kind of funny. I think it sucks, but it's really funny. What the fuck is that land? Exactly. You gotta lock in for the shit. There's so many bad cards in this that you're just unaware of. And you really need to open your third eye and spend years on Scryfall to find them. It's from the same cycle as Leeching Swamp and the blue one, Moonring Isle. And it's part of the same cycle as Mistveil Plains, which is the most popular of them, right? Mistveil Plains for Sunforger decks. Also, Scrib Nibblers. Do not sleep on the Scrib Nibblers. Exile the top card of target player's library. If it's a land card, you gain 1 life. And then whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may untap it. So you can go like, I don't like that spell over there. Dink, you don't gain the life, but whatever, who cares? Deny that spell over there. Land, untap it, you can use it again. Pretty cool. It's a 2-for-1 kind of Ghoul Caller's Bell, where you can use it once for free on each of your turns that you have a land drop. I love that you find some prisoners. You are a genius of some sort. I think another fun thing for the Goblin Engineer package would be a Liquid Metal Coating or Liquid Metal Torque. Because you can now turn all of your artifact removal into anything removal. Which is probably worth it. Alright, I'm down to playtest this out. This is super keepable. Dink, dink. I think you always Codex Shred yourself. Always, always. Especially with Animate Dead Reanimate in hand. Yeah, it sucks to mill over the land, but... if your deck's built well, it doesn't matter. Okay, locks in play. Mill yourself again. No, don't mill yourself. You're so sexy. Does anyone have that picture? The one with Jace, where it's like edited over the guy. Anyway, each player mills a card whenever lock attacks. Each treasure. So like we'll get like 2-3 treasures. And then 2 cards we can cast maybe. It's like the average. Tap to mill. Shoot the sheriff. I think we're just going to go extra combat. Dink. Dink. And then like 2 treasures. Dink, 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 dink. Grim Hireling. Because that card's broken. I try not to have pictures of Jace. Fair. Oh, what's a Dimir commander that isn't really typal focus? I'm trying to get a deck with all the guilds. Dimir, I would go like Lazav, the Multifarious off the top of my head. Scryfall. ID equals Dimir is commander. Legal commander. Sort. Mana value. Huzzah. So I would go either Lazav the Multifarious, Scientist Supreme of AIM if you like artifacts, Arumi Reanimator. Keep in mind, this is just my preferences. Like, there might be some cool commanders I'm going past, but they're just not my flavor of cool. But, like, I'm talking about what I would build. Atris Flicker. Atris, like, with Gyruda Companion, even cost control Reanimator would be awesome. That's, like, a deck I've always thought about. Urtai Resurrected Wizards, and then you do, like, some insane, like, stifling your own negative triggers and stuff. Bounce it back to your hand constantly with the stupid fucking Riptide Laboratory. Have Notion Thief, so you steal your opponent's card draws when you counter their shit. That's all funny. John Arenicus, Bad Gifts. There's one funny idea with John Arenicus, which is Relentless Rats, because Relentless Rats counts... One of the rats that you can put any number of counts all the rats in play, not the ones you control. So you give them away to opponents and have them goaded permanently, and they beat each other to death with the rats. That's a kind of funny idea. Savitri is typal, but it is like a cool toolboxy commander where you can have any Dimir dragon just like for 4 mana. That's kind of fun. Hidetsugu and Kairi big spells is really good. Nimmer's Control is really good. Hell, Phoenix Mill is like just a timeless classic. Scarab God Control. Zareth Sand, it sucks you can't Commander Ninjutsu him with that. But, well, I mean, thank God we don't have another Commander Ninjutsu card. But if this was like a cool ability you could do with command attacks, it would be awesome. Yeah, we're steadfast reaching the end. Xanathar's cool. It's like a Lantern Control kind of deck. Toxtrol's fine. So yeah, Dimir has a lot of options that I even enjoy, so. Oscar Duff, self-discard is peak. I just typically find that Oscar decks do nothing. I don't know, he's just very dirtily. It's not my flavor of commander. Whenever you get a chance, out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on the Clover format? I don't know what the Clover format is, I'm sorry. Emmett Selk. Emmett Selk's cool. Ooh, we have a mountain. I mean, okay, the engine's feeling pretty good. I'm wondering if there's more consistent ways to grab the lantern object. Urza Saga is just non-negotiable, right? I'm so sorry. I really don't want to do this. I don't like putting expensive cards like that into people's decks, but finding Lantern is like how this deck becomes very interesting. So like $30 card, it's a lot, but it's so good to find Lantern of Insight. It really is just that good. And then maybe you do Goblin Matron. Goblin Matron can find Goblin Engineer. We can do Reckless Handling. Right, search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Then discard a card at random. If an artifact card was discarded this way, it does 2 damage to each opponent. So maybe out Seize the Spotlight. I think Seize the Spotlight's a little bad if you don't have sack outlets, which this deck doesn't really have. Because they always just choose to give you the creature and then you just attack. Or like, yeah, there's a little bit of cantripping, but like, I much prefer it in a sack deck. Faker and Death says Treasure, but I don't think it's that good. Alright. Playtest. Discard. Draw. Exile your graveyard. The classic turn 1 play. Faith is Looting. Draw 2 cards. Put the Vengeful Pharaoh where he belongs. And also Sundering Eruption. City of Brass. Lock. Swamp. Ghoul Caller's Bell. Tap. Each player mills a card. Flashback Faithless Looting. Attack. Each player mills. Add like a couple treasures. This guy's strong. If a land card was milled this way, create a treasure token. My bad. You don't get multiple. So you get one treasure token each time. That's fair. Way fairer than I thought it was. Honestly, here I might go Midgard, draw 2. And then you go land. And then Tybalt's Trickery something. And then everyone mills. Yeah, it's just like we're not finding the lantern. And that's making the deck a little bit more one note. The dragon that searches an artifact and gives it back when it dies. Yeah, but how are we killing it? Like, we don't run Kiki Jikis and stuff. Fable's fine. But I think Goblin and Matron should come in just to find the Goblin Engineer, they think, and find the Lantern. Because that's, like, objectively what you want to do. I'm fine with going a little bit slower. We don't really need Dark Ritual. Maybe Whisper Silk? This is one of the slower commander cards. Okay, here's a good hand. So I think you start on Dragon Skull. Then Urza's Saga, Idle Oblivion. This takes up to 2. Whoops. This takes up to 2. Swamp, 1, 2, 3. Scrib Nibblers. Next turn, this takes over to 3. Dink. Lantern of Insight. Access Tunnel, 1, 2, 3. Lock. And then you can, in between Access Tunnel, you can get rid of one card you don't like. And then you can do that again. And then next turn, we now have the full-on play top revealed. So here, you attack with the lock. Each player mills. You make at least one treasure. Guaranteed, because you did have a land. Tap, draw a card. Command Tower. And you can activate Scrib Nibblers in between the Command Tower there. 1, 2, 3. Inspiring Statuary. And then now you can go red. No, I would just hold up Untimely here. And then get rid of another card you don't like. Okay, Vengeful Pharaoh on top of your library is literally like God himself has ordained you king if you fucking get to do this. That feels awesome. Then you can go black 1, sack treasure, draw 2, make a treasure. We want to draw this Entomb. So tap Idle of Oblivion, draw the Victimize. Black Entomb. Valgavoth, Terror Eater. Is our only other creature Vengeful Pharaoh? That's fine. Oh no! Our Vengeful Pharaoh has to come back into play. Goodbye, Locke. You've done your duty. Dink, dink. Exile the top card of target player's library that you don't like. And then this turn, you're off to the fucking races, man. 1, 2. Lightning Greaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lock. A quick lock with Lightning Greaves. Also, do the Scrib Nibbler thing. Oh wait, no, we haven't done our land drop yet. So we can go land, clear the top card, attack with this. Each player mills. Draw a card here because you probably made a treasure token. Whoops, that's not a treasure. So this is a very good position for turn 7. And this was entirely enabled by Urza's Saga. So I'm thinking maybe Expedition map. Because you do also have Bazooka Bug. I don't like Urza's Cave because I think getting Urza Saga on turn 4 is a little too slow. But going turn 1 map, turn 2 crack map, turn 3 Urza Saga lock is... That's a real play pattern. Hurl Through Hell is just funny. I would never cut that, I think. Maybe no Sign in Blood. We just have all these other cards that are kind of funny. Yeah, I wouldn't run World Map either. It has the same problem as Urza Saga, where it's kind of too slow to activate. Is Temple Bell good for Lantern? No. Ideally, your opponents are drawing no cards ever that are good. If you draw them extra cards, then it becomes easier to break out of the lock. If they play a commander that draws them a bunch of cards, it becomes easier to break out of the lock. There's like a lot of things that breaks Lantern control. In fact, I'm actually going to add Disruptor Flute. So if someone has like Shalane or like Corvold in the command zone, you can just disrupt them and stop them from playing their commander. But Elk, what about their fun? Think about the fun of the Corvold player. You're a horrible, mean person for including stacks in your deck. Dog, they should run a braid. I'm gonna be real. They should run a braid. All right, goodbye, Flashback. It's been an honor. Is Demonic Council any good? Yes, because you run Valgavoth, but no, because it puts it in your hand. If it put it in the graveyard, oh yeah, let's go. I don't think Delirium's hard to hit in this deck, to be clear, but it is... It is something. Actually, maybe you go no Grenzo, no Goblin Matron, and then you run Cardoor Doomscourge as the goad card of choice, which is a demon that can get got off Demonic Council. And then Demonic Council has the other mode of be a tutor that can go and get Lantern. Right. So that's a double duty there for Demonic Council, where it is both goad and also this, and that's slightly better than Goblin Matron, I think. So now the hoop to jump through isn't to get goblins. The hoop to jump through is to run an extra demon that's pretty decent, and then also have Delirium, which isn't hard to do in your Faithless Looting deck, as it turns out. How about instead of Smoke Bomb, we run a different unblockable enabler, Detectives Phoenix. Detectives Phoenix is collect evidence 6, bestow red 1, so it gives +2/+2 flying haste if you have red and 6 mana value of things in your graveyard. To have 6 mana value of things in your graveyard, by the way, -1 here, minus Midgar. I guess I'll add back that swamp then, actually, because I think we just want to cut the tap lands. Only if you control swamp. I don't really like the tainted lands. So we cut 2 cards and we add in Oliphant. Right, Land Cycler for 1. That's a land, but it's also 6 mana value for the Phoenix. Troll of Khazad Doom, which is another 6 mana Land Cycler. And Land Cyclers shuffle your library, which is really good with Lantern. Right, there's a lot of things going around. Imscure Iron Eater. Ooh, Imscure Iron Eater is a very good call out. This guy's basically as good as Night's Whisper a lot of the time. Slightly better in some circumstances. He's also a demon. Yeah, holy shit. That's incredible. You can get him off the Demonic Council. Wow, this is incredible. This is really shaping up. I like this a lot. Maybe no Zorn. I haven't felt the need for Zorn. There's a lot of people who are Zorn addicts around here. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Have Imscure shots prices shut up? Is Imscure $1 billion now? No, he's 15 cents. But oh, you just mean like as like a card, he's cooler. That's fair. Here, restart. I'd keep this even though it's kind of slow. Exile your graveyard. Next turn. Spire of Industry. Idle Oblivion. Next turn. Urza Saga. Add a counter. 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden, this is a real game. Dink 2. City of Brass. 1, 2, 3. Inspiring Statuary. Next turn, this ticks over. Dink. Get Lantern of Insight. We should have attacked with Lock last turn. We would have one extra card and a treasure token here. Okay, so Swamp. Play with top card revealed. Deadly Dispute. That's fine. I really don't care about that. Ghoul Caller's Bell. Brotherhood Regalia. Equip. Swing. Each player mills. You get a treasure token. And then now you're like, this is a pretty good control spot to be in. Is it bad that I don't like Sir Conrad? I guess Sir Conrad's activated ability is kind of nice, isn't it? Okay, I've come around on it. I like it now. I'm like, we're just pinging people like once or twice every time we mill. That doesn't seem that good, but no, it is like, it's pretty decent actually for the activated ability. Okay. I'm gonna lock in that we're close to done with this list. It feels pretty decent. So keep in mind, as a Lantern player, the goal is not to win the game. The goal is to like do funny things and then annoy people. This is still capable of winning the game because we have Valgavoth flying around. We've already gotten this song today. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good.